Hello guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel, and in today's video we will take a look at the heroes, what they should get and so on. So if you are struggling with your heroes and maybe can't decide what they should get, this video will help you. I will take a look especially at ring bases because I feel like the pathing in those bases is the most important one and the most difficult of all. So without further ado, let's head right into the video. And if you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate if you like and subscribe. And now have fun with the video. Alright, right here on the first base, and like I said in the beginning, the hero pathing is the most important thing. What you want to get is always the same. You don't really go specifically for value. That's just a bonus in my opinion. What you try to go for is a good pathing for your Lalo. I would always choose or prefer to get a good pathing than get good value with the shui. But on Town 16 it is like, it doesn't really matter where you go with your heroes. You always will get some value. But if you will see that you get absolutely no value with the heroes, maybe you have to rethink the plan again. So yeah, but in like 99% of the cases you always try to go for the pathing for the Lalo, which means that you have at the end something like this. You can see this one right here is a clean L shape, and for this we need to take down all of this one right here. Maybe blue is not the best color, but we need to take down all of this here on the inside. So if it can take out all of this, we have a beautiful L shape. And now typically you don't really search the best L shape in a base. What I do is I always try to start with the best zaps. So what I saw right at the beginning, you have good value here on the bottom side, and what I always do, oh, it's freezing a little bit. What I always do, if I see the zap spot right here, I try to go for it or try to imagine what I will get. And if those is outside, I look what I can do. What I can do is I can go inside here and get something around this right here with the sui, and maybe these buildings right here as well. So we are in this compartment, and then we can see we will get 1 key building, 2 key building, and 3, and maybe if you count the expo as well, you get 4 key buildings. And this, you can see already you got a little bit of value. But now, if you see this plan, you can see there is kind of weird pathing for this compartment right here. And you don't really have a good L shape, because you have to start the Lalo from here to get good value or good pathing. But even this pathing right here, it is an L shape, but it is not the best. I mean, this one right here is very far, so that's why I didn't choose that one. And then I search for the next zap spot, which is probably this one right here. It's also a very good zap spot. And if you are going for this, there are now 2 things that you can do. You can go either for this one or for the bottom side. And I always try to look what I can get. If I go to the bottom, I maybe get down the town hall. So something around this, if it comes good. And then you can see we have the same Lalo path here once again. So that's as well not the best idea. And the second one is once again going here for the zaps and with the sui for the bottom side. And you can already see like the bottom side is. You just get the eagle with the multi-arch tower, but you will always have the monolith on you or on the king, and maybe even the CC will come out. So in my opinion, not the best thing to go for, and even then you have better Lalo pathing, yeah, for sure, but you still have the monolith in the middle, which will make you trouble. So this one as well won't give you good Lalo pathing here once again. So that's why I searched for something different. And I already said that this compartment in the middle is kind of ruining everything. It deals a lot of damage if you go with the Sui from here, but it also disturbs your Lalo pathing. So that's why I just chose to go for this compartment, like for this cheap sap right here, these two buildings. And basically afterwards, if you always are sapping like on the middle or just in this symmetrical line right here, you can basically just place your queen or your king in the middle and just let them do their thing. Decide what they want to go down or to the top. If you do it like this, you have to invest very less funnel troops, which is also very good. And yeah, so here once again, if we will sap right here, we will get, we can go with the Sui on the top or on the bottom side, it doesn't really matter. I take the bottom side, but it can also be the top side, it doesn't really matter. And if we go for the top side, we'll get something like this. We go into the scattershot compartment and we'll get this compartment on the bottom as well because of the queen. So we'll get something around this right here. And the final thing with the zaps is something like this. And for the Lalo, you don't really have to count these elixir storages because they don't ruin your pathing, and you will actually get this sweeper right here as well. So you can see already this one right here is way better value. You get the scatter, you get this compartment right here, you get this multi in the middle, so you get good value. But what's the most important thing is you will get this beautiful Lalo path. Let me choose the color. You will get this beautiful L shape. And very important in ring bases, I always try to avoid the town hall because you will send in the blimp for the town hall. And with that, the town hall and probably the bomb tower will go down. So this one will be taken out as well. And then we have all of this. And you can already see that this is a good Lalo path that you can go for. And that is always the goal. So I would say, let's just take a look at how I did it. So we can maybe take a look at the Lalo path if the Sui is done. Let me speed it up. Going here for this set, like I said, starting with the queen on the bottom side, you could just let her do her thing because you don't want to invest funnel troop if you don't need them. And now you can see if she going to the bottom, you just funnel the buildings on the bottom like I do right here. And if she will go to the top, you can just funnel the buildings on top. Now I got a little bit surprised by this Tesla farm. Luckily my king went in. And now we can just wait a little bit. The king will go through the wall because of the royal champion. And now you can see the CC is coming out, but you don't really have that much damage on you. I mean, there is only the scatter shot, as you can see, and the royal champion, but not that much damage. So beautiful right here. And you can see that the Sui will get good value. the queen is still alive, and we'll get the rest of the bottom right here. Something around like this one. And you will see, now we can start with the Lalo. Yeah. And once is also very important, and I think I didn't mention this before, you now have two options. You can either start with the Lalo from here. You have good pathing. I mean, you have a beautiful L shape. But if you will send the blimp for the town hall, you have to send it something like this. And this is still a very far away. And in cases where I have something like this, I really like to funnel just things like this compartment with the Royal Champion. So that I can start with the Lalo from here. Let me not do it in blue. Let me do it in yellow. So I can start with the Lalo from here. And this just makes that the way to the town hall is just way shorter, and you can avoid this sweeper right here on top. And also you can just go directly into the queen, so the headhunter will arrive more safely. And yeah, and something which is very important, if you send the Royal Champion from here, so split from the Lalo, it is very important to try to get her into the Warden ability. You won't always get it like I did here, but I always try to get the Royal Champion in the Warden ability, because if you will send her in alone, she will take a lot of damage, and with the heal aura you can heal her on full HP again, and she can come in clutch on the backside or on the back end. But yeah, I hope you could see a little bit with the Lalo pathing right here in this replay, but we will take a look at a few bases more. We will not specifically go into the Lalo, because the Lalo is probably the easiest thing if you have a good pathing. But yeah, so let's take a look at the other bases. Alright, here on to the next base, and probably this base is, or types like this base are getting very popular in High Legends, I would say, at the moment. You can see you have a Rage Tower right here in the core, you have a Poison Tower here on the bottom side, and you have a very stacked up core in the middle. But this is kind of good for us, because you basically always want to zap one side. You basically want to zap one side, and for the other side you will try to send in a blimp like this, so the blimp will get the town hall, the multi-archer tower, and the multi-infernal tower, so that the blimp will get this one right here. And if like this is out, it is already, like, the base is already gone. And if we will come in with the blimp like this, or you can maybe the angle is not completely correct, you can also come from here or from here. But this just make or means that we will come, or we try to go with the Lalo from here or from here. You can choose what you prefer. So now we already have the zaps, and we have already set where the Lalo is. So now all we want to do is just to go for something like this as a value, or for the perfect L shape, something like this. And if you have something like this, this is not a hard Lalo, because you can see you not have a clear line, but you have you have a good pathing. I mean, all your runes will go the same way all the time. So here they will come up, there they will go to the side, and so on. And you don't want them to go to the left, to the right, and so on. But now you want to basically get your hero value. So this one right here should all be zaps and Lalo. So this already means that we have to go for the bottom side with the Sui. And now Here once again you try to just get something around this with the heroes. It doesn't really matter that right here is the scatter. This is like I said, just bonus on top. If the scatter would be right there where the expos would be, this would probably go through like it went in this replay that I have right here. So it wouldn't make a difference. So this is just value on top. But now you have the value that the hero should get, and now it's just about the execution. Like I said, I always try to go as cheap with the funnel, and if you have something like this where you just need to start from somewhere, I always take the king or start with the king, because the king is very easy to funnel. You can just place him onto this spell storage or spell factory right here, and he will walk to the bottom to 100%, except there would be a Tesla or something. But it's just a very easy funnel. And I always try, if I have something like this, I want to take down these two compartments, right? So if I want to take down these two compartments, I always open up both compartments. If the buildings like the storage and the air defense is like this, it is possible to get a wall break. But probably in a lot of attacks you have already saw that if this air defense, for example, is one more to the right and the storage is one more to the left as well, the wall breaker would go weird to this wall or will run up right here. But this is just what you need to see for. If the air defense is one more to the bottom side, you would have to use two wall breakers. But luckily right here in this replay it isn't like this. We'll funnel the king. We can speed it up for the zaps, 1 second. As soon as it's up, yeah, right now. And now you can see, start with the king, just a cheap funnel, and I always like to funnel the king inside with my queen. And you can see this is a very cheap funnel. Using some goblin with some archer just to get the bottom side cleared. So not that heavy. Now you can pop the king. He will get this compartment on the bottom side. Here I saw that my queen maybe will go on the outside, but she went on the inside perfectly. And now you even have the king back in this compartment, which is also very good if you wall break both compartments with one. Now you can easily just wall break to the next compartment, and after that you can already see that we will go for this Lalo, which I have showed before. And if you maybe are struggling with seeing this L shapes or something like that, just do it like I did in the first replay, going through every different zap position, what you can get with the Sui, combine both together and see what is rest with the base or rest from the base, and see if you have a good L shape. If you don't, search for a new plan. If you have one, go for this plan. And now here once again, very important, we'll take out this once again here with the Royal Champion. But we want her to go to the Lalo and pop the Warden ability with her so that she will get to full HP again. Especially the Hog Rider should heal up. Sadly, I didn't catch her right here as well. But if you get her, this is perfect. But yeah, you can see the Lalo is now beautifully going the path which I have showed. So always try to go for this Lalo path right there. And you can see with this clean Lalo path, we can even swag 9 loons and some spells. But yeah, let's take a look at one more base. And yeah, alright, this one right here is not specifically a ring base, but it is maybe also good to see a different base. Sadly, I didn't find a box space which I could show because box spaces are not that popular at the moment. And yeah, so that's why there is no box base or just ring bases. But yeah, here once again you want to get the best value, and in ring bases this is also very important. So yeah, you have once again here this line right here, so which means that all what you do on the left side you can do on the right side. So for example, if you go for the monolith with the rage tower, you can just let the queen decide where to go. But actually we won't go for something like this, because the best zap right here is the multi-arch tower, the rage tower, and the multi-inferno tower. So these three are the best zaps. And now you try to get a good L shape here once again. And what I did as I went for this zap, I saw or tried to see what I can get with your heroes. And if you're going with the zaps that deep in the base, I always will split my heroes, or not always, but in probably most of the cases, I will split the heroes. Means that the king will go somewhere different than my queen. And this one right here, on this space right here, I did the same thing. I went for this zap right here, and then I thought what I can do. You can now send in your king for something like a compartment right on this outside right here, and your king for, or your queen for this compartment right there, and then start with the Lalo from here. And you can already see that this path that you have with the heroes would not be a very good one. It is a very long, and you need to blimp for the town hall. So that's why I didn't went for that Sui. I searched further, and I didn't want to go from the top side, because you can see on the top side there is basically just single damage. So the single, the ricochet cannon, and another ricochet cannon, and the king. So you don't want to go with the Sui for things like that. So what I thought in my head, maybe to go with the king for this compartment right here, and the queen for the eagle compartment. And after that I saw already if I maybe will send the royal champion from here. Let me zoom it out a little bit. So let me paint. So you will get something like this with the heroes and with the zaps. Oh, I didn't do it very well. You don't have this monolith, but you can see, if you think that this monolith is not there, you can see you have something like this. And this is already a good pathing, but not the best right here, or yet. And that's where the royal champion comes to the game, or into the game. Because I want to make it a little bit more controlled, the whole Lalo. So that's why I sent her in from here, and she should get something like this. And after she got this compartment right here, she should go to the top side and get all of this by side. So the heroes with the royal champion should get in the end something like this. So all combined. And then you have for the Lalo rest, you have something rest like let me blue. You have something rest like this. So you can see this is an L shape once again. The town hall, you can count it with or not, but yeah. And here once again, if you have something like this, you can see the way to the town hall for the blimp is very far. And you can now, what you can do is you can start with a mini Lalo from here to get things down and then start from the top. But in this replay or in this base, it doesn't really matter because you don't really have buildings that will hurt your Lalo. You can see you just have the town hall. So you can start with the Lalo from here as well, but there is nothing really that can hurt your Sui or your Lalo. So let's speed it up, go for this set. And something which I forgot to say, I saw that this monolith right here will damage or deal a lot of damage to my heroes. So that's why I changed the queen and the king, which means the king will go to this compartment and the queen to this compartment. And the monolith will deal a lot of damage, yes, but the king is so strong that with the giant gauntlet he will get this compartment. And this compartment, or just this compartment, is not that much value, which he should get. So if I would see that I maybe have to go with the Suis like through all of this one right here, then I would probably not go for this Sui because of the monolith. But if you just go with the king for this one right here, he will easily get this even with the monolith behind the walls right there. So we can speed it up a little bit, and you can see the king even or easily gets it and even go further, which I didn't expect he would, but yeah. And the queen, you can see she didn't took a lot of damage as well. So I tried to wall break her so she will get more value, but yeah. And now here once again, like I said, the royal champion should just go to the inside and the Lalo should start from the main thing right here. I probably should have placed more loons from the outside so the warden will go more to the right and not to the inside. A small mistake from me, but like I said, if those buildings are out, there is nothing that can't hurt you anymore. Right. And yeah, now even catching the tornado trap at the town hall, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. You can see the warden kinda followed the royal champion, which is not the best, but like I said, I just should have placed more loons from the outside. But yeah, if the buildings on the outside are just single or not even targeting air, this shouldn't be a problem. But here with the royal champion, this will go through as well. We can speed it up. It's just all about the cleanup. And yeah, I hope I could show you a little bit what the hero should get. And the most important thing that you have to consider is probably that the heroes should get a good pathing for the Lalo and not good value. And the value is basically just bonus that you will get, but you probably will always get this. And yeah, if you don't have good pathing, I would change the plan. But yeah, with that being said, I hope I could explain a little bit. If you have questions, please let me know down in the comments below. And now have a good one.